Hello, my name is Clive. I'm the rector here in the church. Thank you for taking a few moments to watch this short video as I try and explain a little bit about this prayer initiative which is coming up in our church called Plan2Pray. And I've chosen the terminology there because it features a commitment to intentional prayer. And alongside that intentional prayer, I'm asking all of us in the church to take some time to do some special aspects of praying. This will run from the vision meeting on the 18th of March right through Easter and through to Pentecost, which is on the 8th of June. And during that time, I'm going to encourage you to do several things. Firstly, make this a time to pray. We all have our own prayer life, we all have our own devotions, but sometimes we need to take some special time out to pray for the things that we know are important in the life of the church or in our own life. And I want to encourage you to think about praying and at the same time praying and fasting. Now, fasting is mostly coming off food for a period of time, and we all know that, but actually there's a whole load of other things that intrude to our life, into our life besides food. And sometimes it's quite good to make a fast of not food, but some of those other areas of our lives. It may be a TV screen, it may be a mobile phone, it may be a newspaper, it may be watching sport, it may be giving time to something we normally do. It may be your daily latte coffee. I don't know what it might be, but taking time out to fast, it gives you a space to pray, but also accentuates the commitment to intentional prayer. So I'm going to encourage all of us to pray, but also to fast a couple of times a week. That may be one of those items, or it may be a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner. It may be something we normally eat, which we choose not to eat, but in doing so, accentuates the commitment to prayer. The second thing I'm going to call us to do is to pray with another person. Two people praying. Whenever two or three are gathered, I am there with you, said Jesus. Well, when we pray, there's an awful lot of power in that agreed prayer. So I'm going to suggest that once every fortnight, every 2 weeks, you meet with another person to pray and to talk through some of the issues you want to pray into. This is a proven and powerful way to pray. I'm also going to call us to pray into two specific areas. One area is the area that I will notify you of by email, which is the areas that we consider to be important in the life of the church at this time. And we trust that as we gather to pray, some of these areas will see a breakthrough. So will you watch out for that weekly email with some topics to pray into, some areas we consider to be important, and some areas where we believe that if we gather together to pray and agree, God can move in a new way. The second area is, of course, bringing to God some of those areas in your own life that you need to see a breakthrough in. A breakthrough is a challenge, really, for many of us. We've often lived our lives without seeing breakthrough in some of the hardest areas. But I know that these things can happen through prayer and fasting. So I encourage you to pray and to fast during this time for some of those areas you want to see a breakthrough in. And finally, I want to encourage you to come to at least 2 of the 4 special gatherings called Open Heaven that we'll have during this time. They are corporate gatherings. They're going to be on a Thursday evening. And I've done these before and they've been most useful times. But I want to encourage you to think about being part of 2 of those over that time. In fact, the little brochure you have shows you the dates of those, and you can plan ahead to pray at those Open Heaven gatherings. Well, that's my calling to us as a church, and I hope in some way every one of us will be able to engage with some of that. It's not always easy to find time to pray, but by planning ahead we can often do so. By committing ourselves to pray with another person, we can often do so. By committing, say, our life group to pray on a particular evening, we can often do so. So I encourage you, plan to pray and engage with what God is calling us to at this time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I pray and hope that it will help you in this new initiative that we're taking time to do in our church. Thank you.